First, we want to start off with ways to break the silence around mental health and suicide within the African American community, a big problem.
Yeah, and there have been considerable increases in suicidal thoughts, attempts, and unfortunately actions in the Black population.
And here to discuss how we can make a difference is Kimberly McKinney. She's chairing a task force to improve mental health in the African American community, and Pastor Trevor Phillips from Saving Grace Community Church. And thank you both for joining us today. And it's so good to have you here about this very important topic. And Kimberly, there's a suicide prevention coalition in Butler County. Can you tell us more about what they do?
Yes, thank you for having us today. In Butler County, we're fortunate that we have a suicide prevention coalition that has been in existence since 2017. We're fortunate we have many sectors of the community involved. We have an active task force that is looking at many segments of the community, veterans, those who are also involved with our school systems. So there are about 28 different sectors of the community represented.
So good.
And now, have you noticed that the risk of suicide has been increasing in the Black population in particular?
Unfortunately, yes, the signs that we're seeing are not trending in the right direction. And we were alerted in 2017, there was a 54% increase in suicides in the Black population. And that's actually what drove us to take a look at this. And we started partnering with Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and the With You Here campaign. So Life is Better With You Here. We want to get the message out to our community and youth that with you here is the message, and we want our youth to know that you matter.
Absolutely. And it's so important to just begin the conversation about mental health. And I know, Pastor Phillips, as a faith leader, I'd imagine you're there for a lot of people who are struggling. What resources do you offer?
We offer a show in social media called Mental Health Monday, which the purpose is to address the stigma related to and taboos related to mental health in the African American community. Many people think that mental illness is something that can be avoided, or those that have been diagnosed with a mental illness somehow chose that, as if they went to get something from a restaurant, take out order and say, you know what, I'll have a bipolar bowl and a side of anxiety to go. And then they walk away and say, oh, look what I got. No, it's something that many factors are involved, and so we try to reduce that stigma.
Because people also see it as a weakness too.
They do, and unfortunately, in the faith community, many people believe that mental illnesses are a result of one maybe having a lack of faith, or that it can be directly related to some sin or something. And so we want to make sure that that stigma is something that is erased, and people get the help they need within the church.
And it seems like, especially too then within the church, that just having these conversations is a big part of that too, and creating the awareness.
Oh yeah, absolutely, because many people within the faith community believe, like all things, that mental illness can be prayed away. And certainly prayer has its proper place, but prayer along with psychotherapy, prayer along with proper medication may lead to the management of that mental illness. And to kind of get it in dormancy.
Yeah. And the more you talk about it, the more people feel comfortable coming forward and saying, I may need to talk to someone.
Absolutely.
Right? And
Absolutely.
that's important.
Yeah, and unfortunately, too many people separate your physical wellness from mental wellness, and just understanding that health is health, whether it's your mental health or your physical health.
Well, helping sort of end that stigma, I understand you also have an event coming up. Tell us about that.
So on April the 21st, we will be having a conference with faith leaders and mental health professionals, and strengthening that relationship. And Pastor Phillips.
Yeah, we want to inform and increase the collaborative between faith leaders and mental health leaders, and we want to certainly provide information for them so that they're able to give proper care to their congregants and parishioners.
And here's some information we have on our screen right now about that event, Restoring Connections. 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., and it is free.
It is absolutely free, and so we encourage pastors and their leaders to come to make sure that we're able to together and collectively deal with this issue.
All right, and there's a QR code on the screen there. If you're interested, you can sign up, and it's at the Voice of America, right?
Yes, it is. One of our partners is Miami University, Voice of America branch. They will be providing that space for us. And so we want to encourage all faith leaders and their leaders, also their church leaders, to come and be a part of this.
Yes.
It will be an ongoing effort. It just won't be a one-shot deal. This will be the first installment, an opportunity for us to provide information and support our frontline workers in terms of those in the faith community.
Well, and we want to drive home again that message too, as we thank you both for being here, that life is better with you here.
That's right.
That is a great message to get out.
And you are not alone.
That's
We're
right.
not alone.
All right, thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank
so much.
you.
Appreciate it.